Pwede na nga ba? What if mag-expand na kami, mamiin? Ganito rin ba ang gusto mo, anak? Lalo na kapag maayos na naman ang takbo ng negosyo mo, di ba? More customers, more sales, a bigger business. And honestly, wala namang masama doon, pero after spending years in business and meeting business owners who were planning to expand, nako, madalas, ang focus nila ay nasa bagong location. Pero bihira lang nilang itanong ito. Ano ang mangyayari sa first store kapag hindi na ako laging nandoon? Naalala ko tuloy yung business owner na nag-message a few days ago. Sabi niya, Mami N, gusto ko na po talagang magbukas ng second store. Kumikita naman ang first store namin. Pero paano ko malalaman kung ready na talaga kami? Anak, allow me to share 5 realities para malaman mo kung ano yung sagot dito. Number 1, some businesses may look ready to expand ha. Pero kapag hindi na nakafocus ang owner, doon na lumilitaw ang mga problema nila. Number 2, having a team is not always enough. Kasi kapag lagi silang naghihintay ng sagot, lalo na galing sa'yo, kahit na simpleng gawain, bumabagal. Number 3, many owners think that the team already knows. Pero kapag nasa isip lang ng owner ang mga important details, nako, doon nagkakaroon ng sablay. Number 4, some owners build a team but they still struggle to let go. Kaya bumabalik pa rin sila sa unang store. And number 5, a successful store is not always easy to copy. Lalo na kapag hindi mo maipaliwanag kung bakit ito gumagana. Reality number 1, parang panahon na. Maayos naman ang takbo ng business. Anak, kung ganyan din ang tingin mo sa negosyo mo, maybe you can resonate with Maureen. Maureen and her husband run a bicycle and bike parts shop. And customers naman kept coming in. Sales was good at halos araw-araw busy ang shop nila. Kaya nung dumating ang opportunity na makapagbukas sa mas malaking area, nako, na-excite agad sila. Kaya siguro natin, sabi niya. Kaya nagpa-reserve na sila ng pwesto at nagbayad sila ng deposit. Tapos, sa second store muna sila nag-focus. Pero after a few days, habang busy si Maureen sa bagong location, sunod-sunod ang tawag mula sa first store. Ma'am, pwede ba naming i-approve ito? Ma'am, dumating na yung supplier. Ano po ang gagawin namin? Kung tutuusin, mga simpleng tanong lang yan, di ba? Pero dahil almost every answer still had to come from Maureen, minsan, talagang feel niya ang hirap. May nakausap siyang supplier. Minsan, may inaasikasong papers. Pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang tawag. At doon siya napatigil. Kung maayos naman ang negosyo, bakit parang hirap pa rin silang gumalaw kapag wala sila? Doon niya nakita kung ano yung totoong nangyayari. Maraming bagay sa negosyo ang tumatakbo dahil lagi silang present. Without realizing that her constant presence was already hiding a problem. At ngayong nahati na ang oras niya, saka lang yun lumabas. Ito ang lesson eh. Before you plan your next store, ask yourself, magiging okay kaya ang first store kung ang attention ko ay nasa bagong store? Reality number 2, naghihintayan sila. Kaya na ng team yan. Anak, kung kampante ka rin sa team mo, baka makaka-relate ka kay Melissa. Melissa felt the same way before siya nag-open ng second store ng commercial cleaning business niya. Meron na siyang mga cleaners na nagte-take care ng daily work nila at meron din siyang mga supervisors na tumutulong sa scheduling. Kaya tingin niya, pwede na siyang mag-expand ng negosyo niya. Kaya a few weeks later, after opening the new store, she checked how things were going on in the first one. Doon niya nalaman kung ano yung nangyayari doon. May mga client concerns na natagalan bago naayos. May mga schedule changes na hindi agad naasikaso. May opportunities na hindi nasundan. Hindi naman malaki ang problema. Pero may isang pattern na paulit-ulit niyang napansin. Whenever a decision had to be made, the team would rather wait. Wait lang muna. Teka, dapat hintayin muna natin si ma'am. Nako, mahirap na. And while everyone was waiting, bumabagal tuloy ang operations. And that is when things became clearer for Melissa. Hindi naman kulang sa tao, hindi rin kulang sa effort. Nasanay lang sila na si Melissa ang nagsasabi kung ano ang dapat gawin. Kaya, naghihintayan lang sila. At ngayon na mas kailangan siya sa bagong store, kailangan niyang to spend more time there, doon niya nakita ang problema. So, ano ang lesson dito, anak? Opening another store, it is not just about having enough people. Hindi lang puro tao. It's about having the right people na kayang magpapatuloy ng operations habang nakafocus ka sa pagpapalago ng business. Reality 3, hindi pala malinaw. Alam na nila yan. Anak, sigurado ka bang alam na ng team mo ang lahat? O baka naman ikaw lang ang nakakaalam? I'm sure you can relate to Bea's story. Bea thought the same thing when she started to expand her rice business. 3 taon ang negosyo niya and everything naman was going well. Kaya para kay Bea, it's about time to open another outlet. And when she did, doon napunta ang focus niya. Kaya lang, after a few weeks, may napansin siya. May reseller na nabigyan ng maling presyo. May order na tinanggap kahit pala walang stock. At may suki na nagsabing iba na raw ang experience nila kumpara sa dati. At first, inisip ni Bea na normal lang ang mga pagkakamaling yon. Pero nang tanungin niya ang team kung bakit nangyari ang mga ito, halos pare-pareho ang sagot. Ma'am, akala namin okay lang. Hindi namin alam. At doon niya na-realize na may mga bagay pala na akala niyang alam na ng mga tao niya. Hindi pala. Marami sa mga bagay na yon ang malinaw lang sa kanya pero hindi sa iba. And it was never a problem while she was there. Kaya nung nahati na yung oras niya sa 2 store, doon niya nakita ang naging effect. So, ito ang lesson, anak. When you open another store, you can no longer watch over everything the way you used to. At kung ikaw lang ang nakakaalam ng mga bagay-bagay, mahihirapan talaga ang team mo na mag-decide kapag wala ka. Reality 4, bumabalik pa rin. Dito muna ako magpo-focus sa bagong store. Siyempre, excited ka, di ba? Kasi ang tagal mo nang gustong mag-expand. Ganyan din si Jerome nung nagbukas siya ng panibagong store para sa kanyang clothing line. Yung first store had been running for 5 years and many of his staff had already been with him for a long time. Bago niya buksan ang bagong store, tinuruan muna niya ang team kung paano niya gustong gawin ang mga bagay. Kaya kampante si Jerome na kaya na ng team kahit na wala siya lagi doon. But a few weeks later, may napansin siya. Mas madalas pa rin siyang nasa first store. When he saw something wrong with the display, gusto niya agad ayusin. When a customer had a concern, gusto niya agad na ma-resolve. Kapag may bagay na hindi niya nagustuhan, gusto niya agad makialam. Hindi naman siya palaging hinihingan ng tulong. Minsan siya mismo ang kusang bumabalik. Kaya imbes na nabibigyan niya ng oras ang kabilang store, naubos tuloy sa unang store. That's when he saw the problem. It was not just the team that needed to learn how to work without him. He also needed to learn how to let go. Anak, the lesson is this: not every issue should keep bringing you back to the first store. Dahil every time your attention goes back, mas mahihirapan kang palaguin ang bago. Reality 5. Ano ang kokopyahin ko? Bakit nga ba bumabalik ang customers? Have you ever tried to figure out kung bakit tuloy-tuloy ang customers at maraming bumabalik? Let me tell you about this business owner na nakausap ko. Tawagin natin siyang Nino. Si Nino merong car wash business. And yes, that was not a question he expected to struggle with. After all, maganda naman ang takbo ng negosyo niya. Kaya nang seryosohin niya ang plano niya para sa second store, akala niya location lang ang magiging concern niya. Pero while he was working on the expansion, someone asked him this: ano ba talagang dahilan kung bakit pinipili kayo ng customers? At doon siya natahimik. Of course, may mga naisip naman siyang sagot. Maybe it was the service, maybe it was the price, maybe it was the staff, maybe it was because people in the area already knew them. Pero habang iniisip niya ito, he also realized na wala siyang concrete na answer. Oo nga, yun lang ang nasabi niya sa sarili niya. Alam naman niya na yung negosyo niya was doing well, pero hindi malinaw sa kanya kung anong sistema talaga ang gumagana. At kung hindi clear sa kanya yon, paano niya makokopya sa new store? Ang weird, anak. Actually, sa sobrang sipag natin, hindi na natin namamalayan ng ibang bagay. Kaya remember this, make sure that you understand what is really working in your business. Because if you don't know what's making customers come back, mahirap ulitin ang parehong resulta sa ibang location. So all in all, itong 5 realities are showing us that growth is not just opening another store. Every business owner wants to grow. Every business owner can see an opportunity, and all of them felt that it might be time to grow. Pero as they moved closer to expansion, may mga bagay na hindi nila napapansin noon. Some businesses still depended too much on the owner. Some teams were still waiting for direction. Some important things were still inside the owner's head. At may mga business owner na hirap pa ring bumitaw. Different situations, but the lesson is the same. Growth starts with being marunong. From masipag to marunong. Then the business becomes more maayos. Here, you will be able to focus on bigger opportunities and growth because opening another store is not the goal. The goal is building a business that is ready to grow with you so you can become malaya. Kaya if you are thinking about expansion and you want a clearer picture of where your business stands today, I invite you to read my book, Grow Your Business Pinoy. The link is in the comment section. So always remember, let's be business-minded Pinoy.